I believe in family. Family is what brings you into this world and supports you throughout your life. Family is your mother and your father, your brothers and your sisters, your grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. Family is your future husband or wife. Family is your children, and even beyond that, your grandchildren. It's an ever-changing dynamic of people, all of whom love you in some way. But family isn't just limited to the confines of bloodline and biology. Family is everywhere. Growing up, I was never blessed with having a sibling. While I can say that it definitely had its perks, there were periods of time when I wished for a brother to keep me company. I often imagined what life would be like with someone by my side who understood me on a different level than just my parents. Someone who liked to do the same things I did and could be there just to hang out if I ever wanted. Nevertheless, all I could ever do was imagine. Life still went on and it wasn't a big deal. Even though I couldn't have a brother, my family, my friends, and my life experiences more than made up for it. As it turns out, as I grew older, it was one such life experience that gave me what I had long wanted, along with a new perspective on life. At the end of my junior year of high school, I won a scholarship to go on a language immersion homestay to Spain. Through the program I selected, I was set to spend almost an entire month with the family in the small town of Santa Amália, close to the Portuguese border. Although I was nervous, I realized that it was a great opportunity to advance my Spanish, make some new friends, and experience a different way of life. I left in mid-June and flew to Madrid. At the airport, I was picked up by my host family and taken to their home. The man was a farm owner, and his wife was an English teacher. Both of them were really warm and welcoming from the start. I instantly felt like a part of their household. While they had children of their own, both of them were already in their 20s and living elsewhere. Nonetheless, since my host mother was the town's only private English teacher, she knew just about all the kids within the city limit. She promised to introduce me to many of them over the course of my stay, but there was one in particular who she had arranged for me to meet that night. It seemed like I had barely settled into the house before the mystery student rang the doorbell. He showed up with his mom, and they had been forewarned of my arrival. It quickly became apparent that his family was actually very good friends with my host's parents. My host mom had, in fact, known and taught him since birth, and he was one of her best students. For the next hour or so, we sat in the living room talking, first about home and school, and then about our interests and hobbies. It turned out that he had actually been to the US before and enjoyed many of the same things I did, including flying. You could say we hit it off instantly as friends, and by the time they left that evening, I was already invited to their home for dinner the next night. Throughout the next 3 weeks, we hung out on various occasions and even took a few sightseeing trips to nearby towns. If I wasn't spending time with my own host parents, I was with him and his. He introduced me to his friends and family, and I got to see where he lived, learned, and played. There was never any shortage of things to talk about. Even though it was only a month, I felt like I had known him and his family my whole life. When it came time for me to leave, I remember him and his parents telling me that if I ever wanted to come back, I had not one, but two homes in Spain. So yes, family is your mother and your father and all your siblings and relatives. But family is also so much more. Family is just as much the people you meet throughout your life that you connect with and love. They're the ones who are there for you through the highs and the lows and never falter to lend a helping hand. I may never have grown up with a biological brother in my family, but after that one summer in Spain, followed by many more thereafter, I feel like I now have one. I believe in family, and here, especially, is to the friends who become family.